The name of your institution, please.
My name is Ronnie Johanson, or Johansson, we pronounce it. My organization is, well, I'm a member of two humanist organizations. It's the Norwegian Humanist Society and the Heathen Society of Norway.
Do you believe in God and why?
You should say, why not? Because I do not believe in God. And why? Because the Christian God, he's got certain properties that do not fit together. For one thing, he is omniscient. That means he knows beforehand that a catastrophe, let's say an earthquake, is going to kill lots of innocent children and make them suffer intolerably. And he knows beforehand. He's almighty, so he can stop that. But does it stop it? Not every time. So can it be good? Okay, it's impossible for a being to be omniscient, omnipotent, and totally good. So if there is a being that is omniscient and omnipotent, that must be a devil, not a god. Of course, I don't believe in the devil, but if there is.
Ronnie, why do you think most of people believe in a God or in supernatural or paranormal claims?
I think mostly because you learn to believe in God, and when you're a small child, you learn to accept supernatural claims with no question. And when you grow up, you are not very critical, because you never learn to be critical towards claims of paranormal phenomena and about gods and so on.
Do you think Jesus Christ was a real person, or is only a myth?
No doubt that he was a real person, but that doesn't mean everything the Bible says about him happened. Maybe just a few of those things really happened, but a person called Jeshua, no doubt, was the origin of those stories in the Bible.
Do you think it is important non-believers criticize religion at the present?
Yes, it's very important, because that's why we got freedom of religion, because freethinkers have criticized religion for the last 300 years or something in the West. In the Muslim world, that process just started. So that's why we got freedom.
So, do you think people is rational, but they are also irrational many times? Why do you think
yes.
they are so?
Both, yes. We got potential. We have potential for being rational and for being irrational, and the church just leads us in the wrong direction, towards irrationality.
What do you think about these new age groups?
I don't take them too seriously, because they are not well organized. They are not so strong, but of course they're to lead people in the wrong direction. But they have no power to indoctrinate children, for instance, like the church has. So what's important for me is to fight the church and organized religion, not the New Age.
Do you think publishing books and periodical is a good medium
Yes,
to criticize religion?
I'm a member of the Heathen Society, like I told you, and we, among other things, we publish this magazine, the comics. And I think ridicule is a very effective weapon against religion, because if you can get people laughing at religion, you gain something. You see Jesus here is jumping around on his cross, turned up. Of course, that's not very respectful, but we want to do something about that. Respect that the Christianity doesn't deserve. It deserves no respect because it's a very bad ideology, and you may say that's Christians. The Christian belief is good, but it's the other way around. The Christianity is much worse than the Christians ever were. There was never a being on earth so bad as the Christian God. Hitler never managed to kill more than 10 or 50 million people. How many did God kill? If you take it seriously, of course, this idea of God, of course, there is no God.
Tell us something about the Norwegian tradition of free thinking.
Yes, we are very proud of our tradition. As you know, one of the greatest playwrights of all time, Henrik Ibsen, he was a free thinker, and I found out that most of our great authors were not Christians. Last year, or no, 2 years ago, I published this book. It's a collection of poems criticizing religion by Norwegian authors, about 65 or something. And some of them are among our most famous authors, but they are not very well known for that in Norway. Most people in Norway think they were Christians. They were not. So that's why I made this book.
What about this book?
This one. This is more international. It's a collection of proverbs from about 60 or 70 countries all over the world. It's things people used to say about priests, monks, and nuns, and about the church several hundred years ago. And I did not find more than a handful of proverbs that were benevolent. Most of them were very hostile to the priests and to the church. So people they thought for themselves, and this drawing, it's a kind of synthesis about what people said about priests. You see, he's sitting on a bag of money, and he's with his beer bottle, and this is a woman. Okay, that's the kind of things people used to say about priests. So, and not just Christian priests. I found the same kind of proverbs in Japan, for instance, about Buddhist priests. There was another priest from that other religion. I don't remember the name of it at the moment. And from India, about the Brahmins in India. And just a few from Muslim countries, maybe because of the oppression. People can't speak openly in Muslim countries. But I found just a few about the imams and the mullahs and so
on. What about the Hidden Society periodical? What kind of paper?
We do not publish a periodical for sale, but for our members we make this one. I will not take the honor for this drawing, but this is, if you can see this, it's the God getting the idea of creating typhus. Yes, it says, good idea, I'll make typhus. So, but this is for members.
Yeah. What are the main difference between Humanist Society and the Hidden Society?
Well, I called ourselves a Humanist Society, but that's not exactly right. Most of us are members of the Humanist Society too, because we are humanists. But our aim is to fight religion, and the humanists do not do that. They fight oppression, but they do not fight the Christian religion as such, their dogmas, for instance. At least they do not do that very actively. That is our main purpose, and to make fun of it.
Thank you very much. Finally, Ronnie, what does it mean, the words in your t-shirt?
Here it says, where is God? And we got a lot of propositions here. It's places where terrible things happened, like Auschwitz and other places you can see for yourself. So, where was God then?
Yeah.
That's a question. Make people think about that. That's the purpose.
Very nice. Thanks.